Hello, Pewter people. Scott Reynolds here with another Pewter Pulse. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have met with several inside linebackers this offseason, and they'll draft at least one of them in the 2025 NFL draft because they have a need at the position, and they also need to find an eventual replacement for Levante David, who turned 35 in January. One of those linebackers that the Bucs have shown considerable interest in is Alabama's Jihaad Campbell. But there's a dilemma involving the Crimson Tide star that won't make him necessarily a slam dunk pick for the Buccaneers. I'll get into that in today's Pewter Pulse. But first, your reminder, hit the thumbs up button and give us a like. Please do that, not just for these Pewter Pulse videos, but for our Pewter Report podcasts as well. Also, leave a comment. I love reading the comments, and doing those two things helps all of our Pewter Report videos get in front of more awesome Bucs fans like you. Helps us with the YouTube algorithm. All right, let's talk Jihaad Campbell and what might be giving the Bucs some pause about possibly taking him in the first round in this year's draft. First of all, there's a lot to like about Jihaad Campbell from Alabama. He's 6'3", 235 pounds, played a little heavier in the season in the 240s. Incredibly well built and plenty fast with 4.52 speed. Campbell had 8 starts in 2023 and posted 66 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 3 pass breakups, and had an interception. Last year was a breakout season where he became a first-team All-SEC performer. He had 117 tackles, 11.5 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, in addition to forcing 2 fumbles and getting an interception. So the production is there. He can blitz, he can cover, he can tackle. Seems like a good fit in Todd Bowles' defense. Outside of Jalen Walker, who played both linebacker and edge rusher at Georgia, there might not be another linebacker selected in the first round. Campbell might be the only true linebacker with the first round grade, as Jalen Walker might be considered an outside pass rusher at the next level. But there's one issue. Jihaad Campbell is coming off surgery to repair a torn labrum. And Campbell didn't have that surgery following the end of the season in January. No, he waited until mid-March, until after the combine, to have the surgery. And the recovery timetable, from what I've been able to glean, is anywhere from 4 to 8 months, depending on the severity of the surgery and the recovery process. So 4 months from when Campbell had that surgery would put his return to the field in August, which would be during training camp. If it's closer to 6 months, then he's going to miss camp and the preseason, and he won't be ready till September. The problem is that the middle linebacker position in Todd Bowles' defense is pretty complicated. There's a lot of responsibility in addition to making all the checks and the audibles as the mic. It's a position that has to cover, has to fill gaps, has to blitz, and it's pretty intricate in terms of all of the responsibilities that go with it. It's not a position that a player can grasp with mental reps on the sidelines. And for sure, Campbell would be sidelined for at least the rookie minicamp, the OTAs, and the mandatory minicamp at the very least. That means that Jihaad Campbell truly won't be a factor in competing with Servassier Dennis for the starting Mike linebacker spot as a rookie this year, especially if Campbell misses training camp in the preseason. Now, if Campbell's recovery is closer to 8 months, then his rookie season will be just about a wash. Both Bowles and general manager Jason Light really like Servassier Dennis, who was off to a hot start in 2024. Was probably a game away from supplanting KJ Britt as the starter last year before he succumbed to a shoulder injury that required season-ending surgery in the 4th game against the Eagles. The team is very high on Servassier. They feel like he will be a very productive starter this year moving forward. So even if Campbell won't be much of a contributor in 2025, and the Bucs, let's say they really like his talent, well, they could still select him. And he would be a reserve this season and have an entire year under his belt learning Bowles' defense behind the scenes. Then Campbell and Dennis could start in 2026 after Levante David retires. And I'm assuming this is David's final season, as he'll be 36 next year. Tampa Bay would already have its 2 starters at inside linebacker moving forward, which would be good. But here's the dilemma. Is it really worth drafting a player in the first round that might not be a factor at all during his rookie season? The Bucs Super Bowl window is open now, and the 49ers realized last year how quickly a Super Bowl window can close. Any first round pick really needs to see the field as a rookie for a team to truly receive the value from that pick. Look at last year when the team supplanted Robert Hainsey with Graham Barton, the first round pick at center. They just made him the starter right from the get-go. That's what you do with first round picks. They got to see the field. With only 6 picks in this year's draft, could Tampa Bay really afford a possible redshirt season for Jihaad Campbell and rely on the contributions of maybe only 2 or 3 other draft picks from this year's class? Is that enough to help a defense that really struggled last year due to injuries? Is that enough to help this team with its Super Bowl aspirations in 2025? And with Servassier Dennis coming back from injured reserve, do the Bucs really want 2 linebackers that have surgically repaired shoulders now and in the future? Something to consider. There's also the possibility that Jihaad Campbell might not be there at number 19. I've seen him mocked to New Orleans at number 9, Dallas at number 12, Indianapolis at number 14, and to Atlanta at number 15. The Bucs formally met with Campbell at the NFL Scouting Combine, so there is interest. I'm just not sure he's the slam dunk that some fans and draft pundits think he is at number 19. I could be wrong. We'll see. Well, we want you to see all of our content, all of our video content about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Pewter Report TV. That's our YouTube channel. So for more Pewter Pulse videos and the Pewter Report podcast, you can find them right there at Pewter Report TV. Make sure you follow us on social media on X, Facebook, and Instagram at Pewter Report. And also visit pewterreport.com. Pewter Report has unmatched draft coverage. Nobody covers the Bucs draft like Pewter Report. We'll have a 3-day live draft show with wall-to-wall coverage April 24th, 25th, and 26th, live from the team facility on pewterreport.com and Pewter Report TV. And I'll be back soon with the new Pewter Pulse.